Ineffable. Ineffable means that it's unexpressible. It's a feeling that words cannot express. When we say something is in...
How can you express? How can you express?
Well, what a poem attempts to do, is to express the ineffable. Now, this is confusing because when we say that a poem attempts to express the ineffable, what we're saying is that the poem tries to express what cannot be expressed. It uses images, symbols, to convey thoughts that are beyond the meaning of words. And that's what makes it a poem. I would like to learn more about Thai poetry and the rules. We have, like I say, in English poetry we have many rules, but not all poets follow them.
It's meaning is your special gift.
Pardon me?
It's a special gift for write the poetry.
Yeah.
Someone can write words.
Yeah. Sometimes you can write by the rules, and sometimes you don't.
To write a poem.
Pardon me?
You teach how to write a poem.
I do, back in America. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Teacher, it's how different between the poem and poetry.
Well, poetry refers to the discipline. Poetry refers to the whole world of poems. A poem is a single individual piece of literature. Poetry refers to the whole field of literature. One of the things that I think we need to work on, that we need to practice, is pronunciation and comprehension. So what I thought we might do is to start a story together, a novel. And if you like it, we'll continue reading it. If you don't like it, well then we'll do something else tomorrow, okay? But this is a story written by an American novelist. A novelist is a writer who writes novels, long stories, okay? Her name was Pearl Buck. Pearl Buck. Have you heard of Pearl Buck? Yeah. She lived in China, mainland China, in the first half of the last century. She was the daughter of some American missionaries. So she grew up in China. She knew the Chinese culture very, very well. And this would have been before the revolution. So the story is about a family of very poor farmers in the interior of China. And it starts with the main character as a young man, and then the novel follows the life of this young man up until he becomes a very old man. And, you know, we see all sorts of things happen to him that are good, that are bad, that are happy, that are sad. So we'll start the story. And I thought it would help us to work on our pronunciation and comprehension. So I'll read a paragraph, and then I'll ask you questions about what this paragraph is saying, both at the literal level, but also at the deeper level. You know, what the author wants us to gain from this text. And I'll ask you to read some sentences too, so you can practice the sounds, practice the words, okay? So, can you see this okay? Oh, no, you can't. Huh. What's going on here? I don't know what happened. Did it come up? Okay. Well, that's the best we will be able to do. Well, it's not working the way I want it to work. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you see this okay? The words okay? Okay. Well, I'm going to read the first few sentences. I can give you the URL to this if you want the whole text. The name of the story is The Good Earth. The Good Earth by Pearl Buck. And we start the story right here. It was Wang Lung's marriage day. At first, opening his eyes in the blackness of the curtains about his bed, he could not think why the dawn seemed different from any other. The house was still except for the faint, gasping cough of his old father, whose room was opposite to his own, across the middle room. Every morning, the old man's cough was the first sound to be heard. Wang Lung usually lay listening to it and moved only when he heard it approaching nearer and when he heard the door of his father's room squeak upon its wooden hinges. Okay, so what's going on here? What's Wang Lung doing? What time of the day is it?
Marriage.
What time of the day is it?
What?
Morning?
In the morning.
How do you know? Where in that paragraph can you tell that it's morning? The dawn? He's just opening his eyes. That tells us that he's waking up. He could not tell why the dawn seemed different from any other. I mean, he wakes up every morning, but somehow this morning is different than all the rest. Well, what's different about it? What's different about this morning compared to all of the other mornings? What's going on? What's going to happen today to Wang Lung? What is special about this day for Wang Lung? Marriage. He's going to get married today. You know, so he's waking up, and his eyes are opening up. It's dawn, and he's thinking, well, this should be like any other day, you know, but he somehow feels different about today. He's nervous, you know.